What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I am Nick here with Ryan and Ty.
What's up?
It's time to get back to the 60s. It's been a while. Couldn't tell you the last time we were here. We need to show the 60s some love, too.
I like the 60s. I actually took a high school class about the 60s.
You just took a high school class.
No, I did. I actually did.
Oh, I thought you said you just
history
took.
of the 60s.
We had one in school. Yeah.
Yep, and I did it.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I didn't get
class.
to do it.
One of my favorite classes I had.
They tell you anything about music?
Yeah, music, current events, all kinds of stuff. Wilt Chamberlain dominating.
100.
Yeah, 100.
You know, people were like recently online were trying to say like, they're like, how do we know that even happened?
Yeah, people say it all the time.
Like, because people were there?
Yeah, and they had in the books. So, I mean, books is all we have to go off
It's
of.
just people they just want to argue like every single topic now. Okay, so today we have Blue Cheer. Yay!
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna say blue cheese. I was like, what? Disgusting.
Have you guys heard of this band?
No, never.
They were an American rock band formed in San Francisco, California in 1966. Many members.
Wow.
Founder, lead singer, and bassist Dickie Peterson was the only constant member.
Oh, Dickie P.
So they were on and off and on and off and on
Wax on, wax off.
for years. Peterson passed away in 2009, and they were officially done.
Dunzo.
They are often credited as one of the very earliest pioneers of heavy metal, and their version of Summertime Blues has been cited as the first heavy metal song. There's a chance you guys, I don't know if you've heard their version, but I guarantee you guys have probably heard some version of that song before.
It's a possibility.
There ain't no cure for the summertime blues.
Sounds a little
That
familiar.
does sound familiar.
Jim Morrison of The Doors characterized the group as the single most powerful band I've ever seen. Several grunge bands have cited them as an inspiration. So this is around the time of Jimi Hendrix, Deep Purple, Cream. You know, we've kind of discussed like these were the dudes that were figuring it out, right?
Yeah. I mean, Deep Purple essentially is a metal band just before metal.
And Blue Cheer was also widely recognized as the loudest band ever at the time when they emerged. Billy Altman reported that at a 1968 concert, the band was so loud, in fact, that within a few songs, much of the crowd in the front orchestra section was fleeing.
Oh my gosh.
Just imagine back then, like, how loud were concerts? I guess, like, if you were getting people to leave, they must have not been that loud. How do you think they got the name Blue Cheer? Any guesses?
I have no idea.
This is, I don't know.
So that was the name of a variety of LSD made by chemist and Grateful Dead patron Owsley Stanley. And the band was probably named after that, although the name existed earlier as the name of a laundry detergent after which the LSD variety itself was named. That's what I read on the internet. I'm not saying it's true.
It's a very weird story.
That's just what I found. Well, I mean, it's LSD, of course. It's going to be weird. So I chose the song Sun Cycle because all I know is Summertime Blues from this band. From what I saw, this is one of their top stream songs, and it's a fitting title for this time of year, of course. And I couldn't find anything else about it. So it doesn't really look like this was too popular compared to, you know, what we normally have on the channel. Honestly, this could be one of the biggest deep cuts we've had on the channel. Maybe not like a deep cut for this band, so to speak, but just as far as like
In music?
Yeah, what we've had on here.
Yeah, in music.
Zebra.
Yeah,
Who's
I mean,
behind the door?
yeah, really, it's in that territory. This is from the second album, Outside Inside, and yes, that is one word, released in 1968. This was released just 7 months after the debut album. This album was recorded both outdoors and indoors.
Oh.
Hence the title of the album. It was recorded in New York City and areas in California. I think we all kind of have an idea of what this could sound like.
It's going to have some hay, man.
We know this is going to have some hay, man. But we're trying to see what the 60s brought. Because out of all, when we're talking 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, even up to the 2000s, this decade is probably what we know least about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I
That's
just
a
think
fact.
it's just fair that we give our just due to this decade.
Our due diligence.
That's right. So let's get into it. This is Blue Cheer, Sun Cycle. Hey man.
Yeah, it's got some hey man in there. It does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, don't you love it when a song sounds like the album cover?
Yeah, it does. It does.
I mean, if I was going to describe it, I'd just be like, just take a peek at the
Looks
album
like
cover.
the singer right there.
It could be a member of the band. I'm not really sure what's behind them though.
You know who?
Acid.
So you know what this sounds like to me? So there's an old game I used to play. It's a BMX game, but there was a song on there. It's like, running on reason on and on. I don't know the lyrics. Oh, you gotta realize on and on and on. I don't know, but that little flow that this reminds me of, because this is a song obviously when I was like, I don't know, like 10 years old.
It's a BMX song.
So there's an influence that I heard from that I'm hearing in this.
No, I can hear the influence is strong.
Because it's really chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does kind of sound like what grunge used, you know, kind of like I can
Distortion.
see. Yeah, I can see how like Alice in Chains or whoever might have used them as an influence.
Mm-hmm.
You say chill, but this is more like
This is in the clouds.
yeah, you're not even on this earth in this song. I mean, this is just
Outer space.
I mean, you're just like sunken down here with this song. I mean,
Sunken down.
So you're not in the cloud.
I mean, did you hear how this came in? I mean, it was yeah. I mean, you're sitting on the TV and watching the couch.
Yeah.
But I like that stoner type of thing. Sometimes it's very hit or miss, but if you can incorporate other things with it, I actually like that vibe. It's a different sort of relaxing. I talked about Dire Straits, Sultans of Swing. That's a very relaxing song, but this is even slower. This is a snail's pace. You have relaxing, but you also have slow relaxing. And this is slow relaxing. But you can also hear a lot of Hendrix in here too, as well. Though, and I actually like the panning of the guitar.
Yeah, I do like that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all over the
Put
place.
your headphones on, people.
Yeah.
And the drums are kind of reminiscent of Ginger Baker from Cream. The so there was just these guys just trying that sort of thing in this time, and some were better at it than others.
I do like that.
The darkness came, arrived on velvet feet,
He's up close to you personally.
and yet through the window I saw a glittering eye, reflecting time in the glowing night. And pull the shade to a clear green shade. And from the vision, right in heaven's sea.
Whoa, Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
You know, I try not to give these older songs. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt on the mix.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's really nothing.
Yeah.
If this was a clean mix, this would be a lot, better of a song.
But they couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
though.
they can't do it.
They can't.
The technology just wasn't there.
Yeah, we didn't have the technology, you guys.
You couldn't go in the future.
So that's I give a pass for the mix. I'm not going to complain about it. Now, if you don't want to listen to this song again because of the mix, that's a different story. But as far as it's like, oh, why they do this? Well, why do you think they did it? They had no choice. Yeah, super Hendrix, Clapton type of wall right there. I just feel like, there's not really a lot happening with that. I feel like, it's not really going a bunch of places.
Just wow, 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 wow.
The way he's using the pedal though is like it's not just going like this, right? It is actually kind of, he is kind of messing with it a little bit. So there is some sort of it's not really progression, but it is.
The solo is not really the guitar, it's more the pedal.
Because you can hear it hitting different high points.
Yeah.
Because it'll go wow, 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 wow. And then other times it gets there slower, right? So I actually think that's pretty cool. It's not just wow, 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 wow the whole time. Because I would have hated that, to be honest with you. Which, it fits the mood, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure. It fits that lazy mold of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, when it first came in, I was like, oh, here we go. The classic 60s wah. This is just going to go in one ear and right out the other. It's actually pretty cool. I actually enjoyed that. Yeah, so, I don't know. Again, I don't know who started the wah first, but they were all just kind of doing it around this time. And I imagine when people first heard this, they're probably like, what is that? Is that a guitar? What's going on here? And when they heard it on stage, they didn't know what to think.
All right.
What is happening up there? Is somebody dying? Let's all get out of here. That bass, too. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Fantastic transition.
Then the morning rose, lapping up the waves from the table that was serving time in silver spoon that were breathing stars. Images flown like the birds of high, wings in the sun. Oh, what a merry sight.
Whoa. Abrupt.
Yeah.
Drummer was like,
Let me get this in here real fast.
okay, we'll go. That was really cool. Honestly, you talk about the influence of grunge and whatever. Honestly, I think mostly anything that is a massive influence to stoner metal and stoner rock that came in the later, early 1990s. Because that's like, you can hear carbon copies of this type of song when you get to that genre. We haven't even really done that genre on the channel yet. So again, you have to recognize that it's obviously a dated sound. If you can just push that to the side and just kind of appreciate what's happening here, I think this is a song that can make the playlist. It'll make mine. And it's not just because I appreciate what they're doing in this song. I actually do think this is a fine listen. It may not be a vibe that I want to get to a lot. You know, it does have that drug-induced slow pace. The wall can be a little overpowering here and there, and because of the mix, even though I'm not begrudging them for that, because of the mix, it can be kind of a tougher listen to get to. There will be times where I want to hear something like this. You know, I'll just be on the couch, just like man, I don't feel like doing anything right now.
I need some Hey Man in my life.
I mean, you've had those times, right, where you're just I don't even feel like watching TV. I just want to.
Oh yeah, that happened this morning. I sat on the couch with the TV off, did nothing, just sat there.
Not
and
even
stared.
on the phone.
Nothing,
You're
just
like,
sitting there.
You're just like, man, I'm just happy to be sitting.
Yeah.
Just like not doing anything,
Yep.
honestly. And I feel like this is a song that will hit for that type of mood.
Yeah.
After you do that.
Yeah.
You do that first, and then when you're ready to come back, you're like, I'm not all the way back, so I need to put something like this on. To me, it's just kind of a classic stoner sound, which again is hit or miss for me. But I feel like in this instant, it hits. It has just enough to keep you interested, even though it does kind of have some of the cliches of the '60s that we've heard. Overall, it's good, and I like the soundscape in this.
The mix is the only reason they're not going to put on the playlist. I feel like if there was an updated version, if they were still around and said, hey, perform it today, I would add that on the playlist. But the mix is going to throw me away from it. But I can hear like a heavy influence. Like I can see how they influenced, other bands. It's different than a lot of the other 60s stuff. It's a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like it's just a tad more heavier. I do like the song. I think it's a pretty good song, and I can get down with it if it's on. I just wish there was a more crispier sound.
You want a remaster?
Yeah, I want a remaster. I want something.
It won't go on the playlist, but the only reason that is because I don't search for this kind of sound all the time. But when I'm in that mood,
Yeah.
I like hearing it. So that's why I don't like putting stuff on the playlist that I don't go for a lot.
Yeah. It's got to be something that I'm
Like
always
I would add it, but it wouldn't go on the playlist because you got your library, but you got your playlist.
Oh, this is in the library.
Yeah,
not
it's
the
in the
playlist.
library, but the playlist is like these are the books up front.
Yeah.
These are the most popular. So
This is on the top shelf or some other shelf where
Yeah.
you're not easy access.
exactly. It's like, oh, we'll just throw it up there for one day. So yeah, but I just think that this sounds. I think the mix for me as well. It's really hard to get into a little bit, but I feel like if I just heard it in the background while I'm just chilling,
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
could-
yeah,
Yeah, it would hit.
I can get down with this, But for like a song for me, I'll be like, oh, where's that Sun Cycle? Blue Cheer. I gotta hear it. It's not really one of those ones, but I mean, I do think it's a good song for what it's made for. For that criteria, I think it is a good song.
It kind of sounds like you're just melting in the sun.
Literally.
You just turn into a puddle. You hear the drums. You just like,
Yeah, I remember that episode in Nin and Nettie where they're going through the sandbox and it's dumb hot outside.
Oh, yeah. And
This,
everything's
I can hear this.
distorted.
Yeah, it's
It's also like kind of SpongeBob entering the tree dome.
Yeah.
This song was playing in his head the entire time, just excruciatingly slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and it's definitely it can be on the intro of that 70s show in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. In the background when
Yeah.
they're passing around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's any type of smoking thing like that.
Oh, yeah.
This absolutely fits.
Oh yeah.
But I think you do have a good point though. Out of the '60s songs that we've had on the channel, this is more heavy.
Yeah, it is.
So I can see how they might have been different from the other groups, right? Because when people heard this live, they were probably like, "There's something like you guys are a little, you're a little aggressive for our soft hearts."
Yeah.
We're used to the Beatles and this rock and roll stuff.
Well, and
this
his
and that.
voice is real kind of gravelly.
Yeah.
Kind of like a grungy voice.
This isn't even anything right now at
Yeah,
this
yeah.
point.
It's just a sound.
they had no idea what they
This
were
is
doing.
just an influence.
They didn't know what they were doing.
This
Yeah.
is an influence, and they're under it.
Well, it's like Ryan said that one time we did a '60s song. He's like, somebody had to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, somebody had to do it.
So
Some were probably successful than others.
yeah, so for this time, I actually think this still has a lot of replayability, which I think is pretty cool. And again, if you like that type of stoner sound, which I do, I think you'll appreciate this even more. I thought that was excellent, and I'm glad that I heard another song from this band. You know, this is a very important band, so we had to get to them. So give us some more 60 suggestions, Blue Cheer. Bring it on. That's it, guys. Don't forget to drop a like, and as always, please tell us your views.
Thanks for subscribing and hitting that bell.
Peace out.